Exactly. It's like
When someone in Keeper Aquila, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh, well, with both your minds.
We need to talk about unity.
Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
Over there. Oh.
Now that we have a little see, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you to here?
Okay, let's start it off.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitation distortion, sub-harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we'll become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it brought you here.
We know it's a stretch, but we hope you can help us.
I think can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I could give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled stones and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
I need facts.
I understand you have doubts, but walk me just a little bit further. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment, the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his fine resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave? I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this unity pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have. Oh yes, typically. But there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I've visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well. And if you need directions to the enlightened, they branch in the well, helping the poorest citizens of New Atlantis find a better life for themselves.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay then, let's go then.
We're back in the lap of luxury right here. I have something. Exploring the galaxy is hard work. Trust me, I know. Let's stop by sometime and let's... Just us adventurers, okay?
Yeah, okay. First, I need to go to, down. Where's it all gone? Where's it all go to? Gotta come down here anyway.
You might want this.
See what that is, so.
There's a lot of work that needs to be done in the well. A lot of people in need. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't we were doing... Oh, you're not. Did Keeper Quillis send you? Oh boy.
He sent us to talk to you about, what was it, a Unity Pilgrim, I believe?
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim, but since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, accounts notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members record in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Yeah, let's hear it.
A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of on that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that.
Okay, actually, yeah.
It's part of core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the system better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drift end, you never see anything like it again.
Okay.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Yeah, let's talk to the prisoner then.
Got a moment? Let's catch up. Listen, you risked your life to save me. I keep wondering if that made it harder to save Sam too. I've replayed those moments in my mind, and you need to know that you did what a leader does. And if it had been me instead of him, I would feel at peace knowing that he made it.
It was difficult.
I know. And I can't say it's the best choice, but nevertheless, thank you. I don't know if you're ready to talk or if you need 20 years to get to that point, or if you never want to talk about it again. But I just want you to know that if you do, I'm here for you. I'm not sure that I am, but maybe in time that will change. Of course, could have been so much worse. We are all constellation. When a star goes nova, it can destroy everything nearby, or it can nourish a new era of planets and life and everything that goes with it. The galaxy is littered with the deaths of so many brilliant, wonderful stars. But if stars never went nova, then we wouldn't be who we are now.
Okay.
Still doesn't make it easier for anybody, even you. But you did what you had to do. We all know that. Sam was my buddy. He was practical and goofy and a genuinely decent man. He would never want you to feel like this rotten situation is your fault. I promise you that.
Yeah, we have to be more careful.
Yes, though an overabundance of caution might be a weakness. You know, we're fortunate. Constellation brought us all together and we're all better for it. If we're going to set things right, it's going to be because of that.
Okay. No.
You look like you need something.
And that is convenient. But riding right after eating can give you stomachache.
Right, okay.
Every time I see that statue, I can't really explain why, but I do.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor? Mothers, am I right?
A visitor? I've all the company I need.
Yeah, I know you talked to the keeper about the... how we pronounce it, Faith.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
He sent both of us to ask more incessant questions, actually.
The great serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
You don't tell us. We just figured it would be better to ask you directly than to take a second-hand account of your words.
Yes, I've spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the great serpent. He does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. The unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the great serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times we fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy and delivers the killing blow. That's all.
I think I understand. But I need to know the more words of the Unity.
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the great serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
Okay.
Then we are done. Leave me.
Yeah, let's return to keeper.
Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
Thank you.
Don't need to your helmet on it. You know that.
Oh. Okay. Back up then.
Oh yeah, that's usually security. They're busier than normal days.
Hail me stuff at your time. Freewheeling space.
Wow, you It's me!
I mean, you look right, but isn't it going to confuse him? He won't even recognize you.
I'd be mysterious.
Can we run through it one more time?
You're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean second planet in the system. What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else?
And yeah, in your story, Pilgrim contemplates, was it whatever that is?
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dum. Well, that's certainly how I feel. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where he'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
About bringing everything together.
But what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force to bring these things together. Should that be sanctified?
No, that's natural force.
It is one of the great contradictions of belief. We feel the presence of something out there, but we insist that it is also everywhere. So you think this word unity describes that divine unknowableness that the Pilgrim searched for?
We're mostly interested in your thoughts.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Okay, yeah, let's head to Idiom 2 then.
Ah, home, sweet home. Now where did I leave my cozy slippers?
But yeah, we're going to end it off here. Save it off and end it off here. Yeah, thank you for joining, and I will catch you all in the next part, and bye bye.